Justin Fields. His pro day yesterday impressed everybody, particularly the 40-yard dash. He's 6'3", he's 228, and he ran 4.44. Now you say to yourself, how fast is that? I'm glad you asked. It's fast. By comparison, the only quarterback to run a faster 40 in an official NFL Combine 40-yard dash was RG3 nearly 10 years ago. Now, a lot of other really fast quarterbacks, including Lamar Jackson, didn't run the 40 at the Combine. But you get the sense that we get here. And look who joins the party, the pride of Columbus, Ohio. Bobby Carpenter is with us. And I want to start with this, Bobby, because you've obviously seen every snap that he's taken in his career. It has been fascinating for me to watch that Justin Fields, who began the season kind of neck and neck with Trevor Lawrence to possibly be the first pick in this draft, has fallen to where some people are projecting him to be the 5th quarterback off the board. As you've watched it, why do you think that has happened, and is it justified?
I think it's because people are beginning to fall in love with some of the other players that are out there. You see Zach Wilson, he runs around, makes some plays. There's been some other guys that have done some nice stuff. But when you look at Justin Fields and his totality of work and what you saw in 2019, what you saw from him at his pro day, the guy's 6'3.5", 6'4", almost 230 pounds, rocked up. He looks like a little shorter version of Cam Newton. But everybody begins to focus on the Big Ten championship against Northwestern, the Indiana game where maybe he didn't play all that well. Then you don't take into account the Clemson game, which may have been the best game that he's played all year, and maybe the best game any quarterback has played all year, head-to-head against Trevor Lawrence. So I don't understand where a lot of this is coming from. They're looking at anticipation. They're looking at some other things. But frankly, if you watch the film, I had one NFL scout tell me, this guy's not making it out of the top 10. And frankly, if he falls to us, we would be elated because we think he's the second best quarterback in the draft.
I think that's an important point to make, that falling is a relative term. None of these guys are falling all of that far. But, RC, I saw your tweet about him yesterday, so I won't steal the thunder. What did you tweet about Justin Fields yesterday, and why?
Well, just because I'm so excited. You know this, Greeny. I've fought with Feinbaum, and I've fought with everybody on that show to tell you guys since last year that Justin Fields wasn't far off from Trevor Lawrence, that Justin Fields was the number 2 quarterback in this draft. And finally, he had a day where the whole world was watching, because clearly nobody watched the semifinal game to show you that he is that dude. And here's what's going to happen, right? People are going to talk about this pro day, and they're going to say the pro day doesn't matter. They were just throwing on air. Here's the statement I'll make. In the same circumstances, in the same type of environment, on air, with no defenses, with coaches watching, he showed that physically he is the best quarterback in this draft. Physically, we're talking about size, we're talking about speed, we're talking about the ability to push the ball down the field from different angles, running, moving to our left, moving to our right, straight down the field, on the line or in the air. Justin Fields, physically, the tools are greater than any other quarterback in this draft, and he needed that yesterday. Now go watch all 22, all 23 games. Make sure you watch 2019 and see who this guy really is.
Yes, he's been a great player for 2 years. So, Bobby, let me finish it with this. I'm asking for a friend. It's a foregone conclusion Trevor Lawrence is going number 1, and it's starting to feel like a foregone conclusion Zach Wilson will go number 2. Is that a mistake? Should Justin Fields be the 2nd pick in this draft?
I think he should be. I think he's the 2nd best quarterback. And Greeny, through the Jets, you're not trying to win right now.
No.
You look at Zach Wilson. He's a pretty good. Well, RC, listen, he's a great quarterback. Justin Fields is going to get real, but he has the highest ceiling, I think, right there with Trevor Lawrence. A lot of these other guys maybe a little bit more polished. They may be a little bit more consistent day 1, but I think day 30, year 3. You're going to look at Justin Fields and realize this guy is supremely talented and has the ability to be one of the all-time great quarterbacks that you could see in the NFL.
I think I know where you're going to go, RC.
Bobby,
what part of that are you disagreeing with?
I don't want you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not disagreeing with any of it, Bobby. I don't want you to tell the people in New York that they should draft him. If the New York Jets call for Justin Fields to work out, just tell them your back is hurting, Justin, or it's a hamstring, right? Because they can't prove that. And then I want you on the same day, if the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan ask you to work out, all of a sudden, we are healed. We feel great. We can do whatever they want to. Whatever he does, he needs to make sure he lands in San Francisco, because he'll be an All-Pro, he'll be a Super Bowl champ, and he will be a Hall of Famer. So don't tell the Jets that, Bobby. Let the Jets make their own decisions. They don't need to watch you and know that Justin Fields is number 2. Here we go, San Francisco. Here we go.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.